Welcome back, everybody, to the Miami Hurricanes Dynasty. We got a big one today against number 5 Clemson. We haven't been ranked in over a year now, and if we can win this game, I think we'll have our path back inside the top 25. We're coming off a pretty successful episode. We seem to have Miami back on track this year. We're at least getting top 25 votes, so we're like a 30 to 40 ranked team right now, which is a lot better than where we were a season ago. We're trying to climb back from a 5-7 year in year 2. Things are off to a much better start, due in part because we have a freshman quarterback who is showing promise. 6 touchdowns on the year for Colin Kaepernick. He's had, I think, really good moments. You know, if you look at the stats, the box score scouts don't like Colin Kaepernick, but if you've been here grinding the tape, you know under the surface there's a lot to like. Make this man a captain. One thing I've done going into this episode, I want to get us off this kind of playbook, talking point, hamster wheel. I'm going in again to edit the playbook. I started over this time, beginning with the base Miami playbook. My focus is on setting up the game plan. So I put a lot of time into just what we're running on first down. You know, I want a variety of runs in there, power, zone, and find out what works best for us. But also emphasize ways to get Kaepernick on the move, be it read option or play action. And then I've gone through every situation, and I'm running everything now on a 1-star or half-star system. By default, a lot of these playbooks will have like the top 5 plays, like 4 stars and everything else 1 or half. It creates a situation where you're seeing a lot of the same plays. And some of these scenarios are set up pretty poorly. For instance, you'll look at the 2-minute offense, and when I first looked at it, it's like 17 different flavors of 4 verticals, and I don't mind some of them, and there is variety in how some of these 4 vertical concepts work, but you want to have more ideas and more ways of getting yardage. So I have gone through and I've done kind of a base level edit to the playbook, the game plan at least, and we'll see how it runs against Clemson. It's fun being able to tailor the playbook specifically to some things I want to emphasize here, so it's important we get that right. And it's important we go knock off Clemson today. I'm not too happy, though, with the running game. It got better last episode. Chris Johnson started to find some more consistent running lanes and opportunities. I want to play more Riley Williams today. He'll play over Jackson Carver as the best blocking tight end. He's just not as good of a receiver. So, Clemson's ranked number 5. They have a few players who are ranked 90 or above. The quarterback is Christopher Vezina, a junior at 85 overall, who has pretty good all-around accuracies and just overall quarterback ratings, very strong arm, and he can also make some plays with his legs. They have a lot of speed in their receiving core. This is going to be one of the more complete offenses that we've seen. They got 2 captain wide receivers, Antonio Williams, TJ Moore. The running back is Jarvis Green, an elusive back, 88 speed with 91 vision, 83 break tackle. And then I'm really curious how our passing game stacks up when you look at a secondary that's far more complete than most that we've faced. Avion Terrell leads the way in that department. Looks like we're missing Antonio Tripp right now, so Tommy Kinsler is going to be filling in then at guard. I want to say he's been riding the bench a decent bit this season, but I did want to see some different offensive linemen, just we haven't had the best results. Yeah, Kinsler's only played 46 downs this year, so he steps into a starting role. Kinsler, a 3-star player, a power archetype, extremely strong. His run blocking, though, has a really bad cap. It is what it is. He can still get better as a pass protector, but he's going to be filling in today as the right guard. So welcome to Death Valley, everybody. Every time I see the hill, I'm like, there's definitely a high likelihood you could trip going down that. All right, let's play some ACC football, everybody. Clemson opening with the ball today, and they're going to hit the ground running with a gain of 9, Jarvis Green. Now, we've already pitched a pair of shutouts this year. I feel really good about the play of our defense, but hard to say how we'll fare against opponents like Clemson. Vezina hooking up for 27 yards, and they're already into Kane territory. And also, we're playing now on the latest update, just the third game I am, so it feels like a new, I don't know, a fresh start, I guess. That's going to be broken off for a touchdown. 39 yards. What a start for Clemson. And there is maybe the prime matchup of the day with Ray Joseph, our number one receiver. Now, nobody's averaging even 50 yards receiving a game yet. I've wanted to see us open things up. We'll start with a bubble screen, gain of 1. When it comes to these RPOs, I'm being very critical of those because I don't like how they're being executed here in slow sim. CPU seems to throw it every time, so I'm not running a lot of the glances and some of the other RPOs that are riskier, sticking more to bubbles. 3rd and 10, and Colin Kunalik incomplete. This is not a promising opening. It's Clemson ball, and running inside, thankfully tripping over Pruitt, is Jarvis Green. A fullback on the field. Wow, a top 5 team using a fullback, and down goes Green. It's Armando Blunt. That is a huge stop. Kunalik will try it again after 3 failed plays, and it's a screen up the field with speed is Ray Joseph. I'm seeing a lot of Mark Fletcher in the game right now, and he's going to pick up the first down. I'm getting a little more aggressive with my sub out level when it comes to the auto subs. So just something to keep an eye on as Fletcher will carry again. One thing that intrigues me about him is he has like 90+ ball carrier vision. I'd like to see that kind of get a chance to do its thing, but you need lanes to even visualize, I guess. Kunalik over the middle, and a much better start to this drive. I'd like to run a lot more play action, specifically stuff that gets Kunalik out of the pocket. Should see a fair amount of that on first down. Bouncing. Fletcher inside the 35. I want to take a little detour, though, because I was just thinking this before the game. Like, if a running back got hurt, I'd probably debut Randy Titus, the red shirt running back. Chris Johnson, not hurt. Maybe I found kind of a breaking point there with the sub out. I have it at like 77. Very curious why he's out already. On 2nd down, he just got it out there. Fletcher gets a block from Williams. It's a first down as we're getting a very extended look. And now Johnson isn't even coming in. It's Johnny Boone rotating into the game. Hand off Johnny Boone. Not much. I know a lot of people are experimenting more with fatigue this year to help out with injuries, auto subs, wear and tear. I'm not used to fatigue being all that useful as Whitmore on the screen picks up the first. One thing we'd see in previous games is raising fatigue would cause players to jog a lot more than actually sprint, and so it kind of just broke things. Doesn't seem to be a CFB issue. That's a tough run for Fletcher. I like that. 3rd and 3, Colin Kunalik hands off, and Fletcher is denied. But the offense stays on. How about the aggressiveness here on the road? Johnson back in. Keeping. Kunalik is taken down. Turnover for Miami, but Clemson thankfully doesn't do much. 24 there to Isaiah Horton. Miami getting back into field goal range, it looks like, on the following drive. Uh-oh. Chris Johnson now hurt. I would consider breaking out Randy Titus in this game as Riley Williams is dumped for a loss. Here we go. We got some empty here. Shouldn't be QB draw, but it could be. There it is. Kunalik turned away. 3rd and goal from the 11. Time running out on Kunalik, and he's sacked. And it's kicker Willie Shembo. Left hash, 37-yard try is good. Clemson putting together their best drive since the opening possession, and they take it down for a 4th and goal attempt. This is at the 1 now. I'm really curious if they go for it here. Offense is on. Miami trying to stand. Running it right side. Touchdown, Tigers. And a 2-score game. We're about to be entering the 2-minute offense, so I'd like to see Kunalik with some of those plays, but he hasn't looked all that comfortable so far. Rebounded and caught. But Schrader looks to be shaken up on the play. We've already had Johnson exit this game. Now he is back in. It's 3rd and 4. Kunalik sprinting out of the pocket and outrunning the pursuit. Kunalik on the screen now. Joseph with the move and a gain of 9. Seeing Whitmore in now as that 3rd receiver as we widen the field, and keeping. Running to the open side is Kunalik. And now he's got to let it fly. Pass caught. Riley Williams, a gain of 8. Dumps now, and Johnson jukes out a defender and picks up 1st down yardage. 31 yards away. Kunalik in trouble, and he's going down. Yeah, he gets a little scary when the pressure shows up. You can see that panic mode get going, and he gets it underneath now, and Johnson does it himself. We're seeing Chris Johnson in basically the entire drive. I'm not sure why he left for so long earlier. 3rd and 10. Pressure is on, and he could have definitely had a chance if that was complete. But Clemson's been causing a lot of havoc in the backfield. Willie Shembo's going to hit the uprights, and it's no good. This left hash, man, I can't stand it. Shembo drills it. It then hits the opposite post. A double doink. Intercepted the very next play by Markeith Williams. And that means another chance for Miami. But 30 seconds to go. Colin Kunalik under pressure. Just run, Colin. Go get it. Timeout. Back to pass. Dump it. That's caught by Johnson. That'll spend our 2nd timeout. So how are we going to get this touchdown? We have not been able to get off of press coverage and give him openings. Just run. Run, Colin! No! You got to put your body on the line there and dive in. Sage Rosenfels helicopter your way in there if you have to. He's open. No! Thought he was throwing to Riley Williams. Safe to say field goals aren't going to cut it today. Here's Kunalik. Touchdown at last. Big sequence there for the Canes. Clemson opening the second half in a big way. A lot of players leaving this game due to injury. And they're looking for another score. So field goal makes it a 7-point game. Can the defense hold them to that? Inside run down to the 2. Definitely want to take a look at this injury setting I have here. I've had some games where guys are leaving left and right, and others where it doesn't happen much. Another run, and another touchdown as Green dives in. Even if we don't win this game, I at least want to feel like better about this team. Our losses have been really ugly now for a couple years. We have to learn to lose with dignity sometimes, which is tough in football. Like, there's no way to lose pretty. Pretty much every loss has you feeling terrible. And Clemson going on a long drive here in the 3rd. They've been able to get more chunk plays than us, and they're going up 18 points entering the 4th quarter. Kunalik on first down, on the move, and firing incomplete. Coverage was very good. On second down, he rifles the pass and is intercepted. Forced to Joseph, and he meets Shelton Lewis. All right, so I simulated a handful of plays, which included a 79-yard touchdown to Creed Whitmore, making this a little more interesting. Aguirre, he picks up the sack, and that's going to bring up a long third down for Clemson. We got to stop him here, get the ball back, and put the pressure on him. And it's a screen set up, and down the sideline, running out of real estate. Down 11, screen for Johnson, good start. Outrunning the defense to midfield. Kunalik, 1st and 10, has to get out of there and protect the ball. A lot of press coverage here out of Clemson. This is not regular college defense. Kunalik extended and dumps it again. Chris Johnson now shaken up. So many injuries here in this game. They seem to be mostly minor. Third down, and no shot. He is sacked. And now he's got to take a chance on 4th down and 14. Protected well enough. He sails and is intercepted. Had to take a chance, though, and Clemson looking like they'll walk out of here with a win. Miami rallying in the final minute, trying to get one more score, and they turn it over on downs near the end zone. We fought hard in this game. You know, it's not a great performance. I guess you could say this is more the expected result on the road. Top 5 team, freshman quarterback. We lose by 11. I didn't expect the run defense to get gashed like this, but the top teams can do this to you. So they did not have to throw the ball much with the way they were running today. Jarvis Green, 3 scores, $160. Lee Beebe Jr., star of the Trenton State Titans, had 47 yards. Colin Kunalik, though, I'm not mad at this performance. I think we just have to accept there's going to be a lot of interceptions this year for him. One of those was on a 3rd and long or a 4th and long where he had to air it out. So Fletcher had to be the primary running back today, and that worked. 11 for 82. I don't know what happened when Johnson and Boone were in the game. That's a combined 10 carries for 2 yards. And now I'm curious what the aftermath is injury-wise for this game. I can't say that was a surprise. So now we pick up the pieces at 4-2. What's next? Well, we first celebrate a 5-star commitment, Quan Byam, linebacker. We also get Terrence Gore, Emmanuel Harris, Garrison Thomas. Class has to be looking pretty good. We are number 5 in the country right now. We have 3 5-stars, 6 4s, and nobody has more 5-stars than us. Quan Byam, to me, is a really big addition. He's a run-stopping linebacker, 2nd-ranked right outside linebacker in the nation. He has enough speed with 85 tackling, 85 strength, and 80 hit power. Might not be a big playmaker in coverage, but you definitely want to have good run defenders to prevent games like we just had. We've added 3 playmakers already in the class, 2 route running receivers, and now a vertical threat tight end, which there could be another one on the way. But Harris is a gem who looks very promising. Garrison Thomas was also a really nice addition with 91 speed, 81 zone coverage. That's an awesome place for him to start. And then Terrence Gore, number 1 ranked right end, 17th ranked player in the country. We bring him in from New Jersey. Now, does label him a bust, unfortunately, but I still think that with 85 power moves on day 1, 81 speed, we should be able to get him some production. And then for players we're still trying to get, there's still 5 stars here we look good for. Kevin Irving, gonna visit Texas Tech before us, but I think they're far enough back to where we'll be able to hold on till our visit. Kadeem Johnson, does come to us in week 9, but I don't think he'll actually make it to any of these visits. And then Marcus Daniels, the other linebacker I really wanted, and we've held a lead until now. Oregon in first place with a week 8 visit. I think this is going to be a loss. A valiant effort on our part, but this one might be smart to quit on. The only reason I keep points here is because we have more than I probably know what to do with. It looks like our schedule gives us an opportunity now to win NC State, then Georgia Tech, who looks good, and then Louisville's only 2-4. We have a few more games to prepare for our next ranked opponents, if FSU is still ranked by then. Pitt, though, they're 6-0. They might be the team to beat this year in the ACC outside of Clemson. So back on the road as we face the NC State Wolfpack. I want to go straight to the second half of this game and see what kind of a matchup we've got this time. It starts off in favor of Miami, but then the Wolfpack rattle off 13 unanswered. We do grab the lead back and take it 21-13, 24-13 into the second half. 3 touchdowns already for Colin Kunalik, 207 yards, and yes, another interception, unfortunately. Johnson with 67 yards, that's looking good, and JoJo Trader having himself a day. Now let's see if the Canes can keep it up. Running up the gut, that's Johnson having to fight for 4. I just want to see a 100-yard game. It feels like it's been ages since anybody put one together. Checking in is Fletcher, and dumped outside. Carver gets the first. And off Fletcher on the sweep and turns the corner near midfield. Play action, Kunalik, and he's going to lose yardage on the sack. Don't try to do too much here, Colin. He needs 16, says maybe next time. Wolfpack hoping to stay in this game. Quarterback is C.J. Bailey, and the run doesn't go far. 3rd and 8, they want the screen, and flying downhill, play made by Robert Stafford. 17 yards on a 3rd and 10, Wolfpack trying to make this a one-possession game. Hand off, and stopped is Smothers. Clemson was able to gash us with pretty big runs, have not seen NC State create many running lanes so far. Bailey into traffic and intercepted. Another one for Robert Stafford. And here's our chance to put the Wolfpack away. Already up 11. Good field position to begin this drive. Kunalik over the middle for Joseph. Play fake. Picking up the pressure is Johnson, but Kunalik can't get out of the pocket. We got some 3rd and long plays I'm a big fan of. Let's see what we unleash here with 8 in coverage. Over the middle, and that's a conversion. Just your average 11 catch game for JoJo Trader. He's over 150 through the air. And now running it with Johnson. Still looking to see him go over 100. I know he's getting there. Play fake, and a laser in there! Joseph inside the 20. On the move, and in there to Horton, first down. And now the pass goes out, and it's a gain of 5 for JoJo, nearly making it Kunalik's 4th touchdown. Do they guard the slot here? Going to be a Johnson touchdown. Miami extending their lead to 3 scores. A 34-13 win. Nice game for Miami, getting win number 5, matching our total from last season. Colin Kunalik had a much better game. JoJo Trader goes off on the Wolfpack defense. 15 of 40 passing. Yeah, defense was taking that Clemson game pretty personally by the looks of things. That was dominant. We've had some awesome defensive performances this year. That's a great unit. Now, Johnson does get his 100-yard game and 2 runs of 20 plus, which was something else we hadn't been doing much of at all. And then 3 sacks for Armando Blunt, 3 sacks for Cole Carmichael, 7 overall. Stafford picks off a pair. Canes moved to 5-2 on the season. Any more recruiting additions? Kevin Irving, the 5-star tackle. Kevin Andrews, the vertical threat at tight end. Oh, they give player of the week this time to Cole Carmichael. However, there is some bad news, as Kadeem Johnson is our second player that we lose in a battle to Georgia, and Marcus Daniels does ultimately decide on the Ducks. That's a heartbreaker, but not totally unexpected. Proximity to home was one of his top 3, and without that, we probably win. Oh yeah, Andrews was the possession tight end. I didn't take him off the board because I want to get different archetypes at these positions, and we don't really have much for possession tight ends that already have, 63 run blocking on day 1. I think he'll be a solid player, but in a very crowded tight end room. And then Kevin Irving is just a huge addition for the offensive line. We've already added a 4-star center and now a 5-star tackle who was the number 4 ranked player in the entire country. No idea what the quick drop ability is, but he has that one platinum. Now, I've had some massive recruiting classes already in this series, and we're only losing 14 players this year to graduation. We have 11 players currently in the class. I'm not sure I'll be maxing out my hours every week now, as I'm only trying to bring in a handful more players. I'll probably still scout a little bit just to see if there's anyone intriguing that can finish this out, but it seems our recruiting for the year is mostly finished. What does it take to still catch my attention? Physical archetype with 93 speed, 85 spectacular catch, and 94 jumping. So there are still chances of players joining our board, and maybe Denario Stammer is one of them. Sean Simon's kind of interesting as well. 91 speed, 96 jumping, 82 release, 81 short route running. I already have 2 receivers in this class, but I might have to add. And yeah, Sean Simons, he looks really good. Play action shield, pocket shield. I don't have a guard yet in this class. Sean Matlock joins the class. We have so many tight ends now. 3 in this class alone. All of them were top 10 players at the position. Georgia Tech is ranked now. They're 6-1. Miami 5-2. And our next win will give us a better record than what we had a year ago, along with making us bowl eligible, of course. So 2-1 in conference. Still, a lot of big possibilities in front of us if we can finish strong. The playoff now is 12 teams, so there's a lot of ways to get in, but the path ahead does look challenging. Yeah, we got the best defense, I think, here in the conference, but also one of the lowest scoring offenses so far. I know partially skewed by the way our season opened, especially on the previous patch and everything. But here is Georgia Tech. Horace Lockett at D-tackle is their star captain. Eric Singleton Jr., he's hurt. He's their star wideout, and he's not going to play in this game with a broken hand. Zach Pyron is the quarterback, a senior, 84 overall with 89 short accuracy, pretty good accuracy across the board, and he can definitely throw on the run and under pressure pretty well. But without their top receiver, I like our chances of making them at least, score under 21, 24 points and give us another chance at winning. Here's the injury report as, wow, that's a lot. Mark Fletcher, upper arm fracture. Left tackle, Samson Okunlola is now out with a torn labrum, and Oscar Virgin dislocated his hip. I think this is absolutely a Randy Titus game then in that case. I have to activate that once we actually start the game up, but Titus is going to be utilized today. The tackle situation gets tricky. I think I'd rather, higher strength, higher awareness. Here is Frankie Tinilau. Now let's see, this has been on 53 injuries, so suddenly seeing a lot of injuries pop up. So we opened the day with a huge game against Clemson, fell short, but I thought we battled with them. Now we got Georgia Tech. I think this game is a little bit more even playing field. Really curious how this plays out for us. Oh, I haven't even seen this, but Chris Johnson coming into the game with some wear and tear. I've been basically seeing players have it back to normal at the start of games, but that's something to keep an eye on. He does appear to be the only player that's having that effect right now. So let's get into this opening drive for Miami. Colin Kunalik looking for his biggest win as the Canes quarterback. Down goes Johnson on the first play, Horace Lockett. And that is their star right in the middle of it all. We have a banged up offensive line. Johnson's going to dash and pick up a solid pickup. And now facing third down, Kunalik keeping, good call. First down, Canes. Want to see how long before we see Titus check in. I did go back to the 75 out on running backs. Big Lane Johnson, he makes a move. Broke his ankles and he's inside the 20. Carver is slot to the right. Williams also on the field, so this is a formation. I guess we have two tight ends. And Johnson taken off. He's got it. Touchdown, Miami. Yeah, we're playing a different game now. Georgia Tech opens the day with 2 3-and-outs. We have a new running back in the game, and that appears to be Randy Titus from Minnesota. It's a screen. I didn't even see that second defender there. And he's already off the field. Come on, you got to give him the football. Kunalik slings it just out of reach for Isaiah Horton. I was also curious if some of these formations were just grabbing the power running back. Here's a shot from Kunalik, and it's incomplete for Joseph. But if any of those formations were taking the power back instead of RB1 or third down running back, I have been listing Fletcher there and now Titus. I guess if I had Johnson as the number 1 in all categories, I would get a cleaner evaluation of that. I would know that something else is making somebody take his spot in the game. Blunt loss of 5. This guy is just, like I said, he's a game wrecker. It's like when I face Dexter Lawrence. I fear him more than almost anybody else in Madden, because Dexter Lawrence has broken so many of my games. Third down, 15. And another 3-and-out for the Yellow Jackets. Give me Randy Titus. This is a 2 tight end set. It puts out Johnson, and Kunalik was rushed. Only a 3-man line here. Just jam it up the middle. Play fake. Kunalik out of trouble and gets what he can. And on third down, why? There can't be a halfback dive out of 2 tight end here in 3rd and long. All right, I got to check on that. Dylan Joyce just pinned them at their own 6. They don't have a first down yet, so that'll change right about now. Right on cue. To the outside and right into the pursuit. I feel bad for that running back on that play. But they don't have a third down conversion yet. Yellow Jackets need 8, maybe 7.5, and they're going to get it here. Play action. Too much pressure. Carmichael and Blunt will share that one. You know who's been quiet today? Marquise Lightfoot. And right on cue. All I had to do was say something. Miami dominating with their defense, but we need to put some more points on the board. Johnson's been the best source of offense, but here's a shot toward the end zone. It's knocked away. Hey, if you want to take downfield shots like that, I'll go find you a go up and get it receiver. I think that player I added to the board in that last session might be someone that could mesh well with Kunalik. 3rd down and 8. Tired of wasting these chances. Kunalik on target for Whitmore. I have not gotten a single Randy Titus carry yet. 2nd and 5. Kunalik sees the blitz, thinks about running, and then decides he's going to take it head on. What was that? He looks indecisive at times. 3rd down, 13. Kunalik threads it. You know, we got a freshman quarterback here. We just got to deal with the roller coaster ride. The highs are really high. Setting up a screen. Oh, boy. That was a mess. 5-man rush. It's dumped, and Johnson gets us a couple. Let's at least go up 2 scores here. It is kicker Willie Shembo, right hash this time, not left hash. Willie Shembo drills it. Late first half now, and Georgia Tech finally putting themselves in a position to get points. But 3rd downs have not come easy. Miami's defense has just been swarming. And on 3rd down, intercepted! Robert Stafford up the numbers. Goodbye. Pick 6, Miami. What a year for Robert Stafford. Whenever I'm editing the playbooks, one of my favorite things is to add stuff into our 2-minute offense. There are just so many plays that I'm a fan of and I want to see. So we should be able to get a few of those on this possession. And if this lead holds nicely, we're definitely getting some Randy Titus in this game. 5-star running back out of Minnesota. 2nd and 4, knocked away. 3rd and 4, Kunalik. You know, that's better than forcing something, I guess. Georgia Tech before halftime, driving now after that poor possession from the Canes, and they get on the board. Chris Johnson just had a bruised knee happen on one of our last plays. We also have Ryan Rodriguez, partial ACL tear. Is it good to tear any part of your ACL? Randy Titus is on the field on 3rd and 3. Kunalik to throw, extending the drive. Ray Joseph. And now Johnson says, I'm good. Let me back in the game. I just want to see a little bit of Randy Titus today. Is that too much to ask for? Riley Williams gets the 1st down. Handoff Johnson, not able to fight through contact. Yeah, I'll probably go down to 52 injury. It can be a touchy slider. Sometimes you get nothing happening on 50 and a bunch happening here on 53. Handoff, yeah, I don't know why they would have these dives in there on 3rd down like that, but there's a lot of stuff to clean up in the playbooks. A lot of weird, jailbreak screens on 3rd and long that will never work. It's a give, and it won't be going far as Lightfoot and Carmichael combine. Bunching the receivers and trying to run inside. How did Clemson do it, man? No one else can move the ball against us. Our only losses this year are to Notre Dame and Clemson. There's pressure. Once Lightfoot has you in his sights, you are not outrunning him. And that is Randy Titus in the game because I subbed him in. I get to see the 5-star play finally. Give him the ball. That's caught. Kunalik has just passed 100 passing yards. 3rd and 1, and Titus is in the backfield. Handoff, Randy Titus. 1st down. That's all I get. Johnson back in the game. Let's put him away here. Fake to Johnson. Taken off with no luck. Chris Johnson on the carry. Making a lot out of that run. He could go for 100 plus in this game as well. Our pass game has been really weak, though, against the Yellow Jackets. Got to make a play here. Kunalik underneath. It's wide open for Ray Joseph. Kunalik throws over the middle. Hooking up again with Horton. Titus carries up the middle. And he gets 4. He does have better ratings for running between the tackles, I think, in the red zone than Johnson does. But now on second down, we pitch it to Johnson. And he gets a couple more. 3rd and 3 now. Trying to put this in the end zone, and it's not going to happen. Left hash, we meet again. Willie Shembo. 37-yard try. This kick is good. Zach Pyron over the middle, hoping to keep Georgia Tech in this game. We have 4 minutes left to go. Yellow Jackets trail by 13. Up the seam, and that is past Markeith Williams for the first down. Uh-oh, way behind the line. He lost it. Carmichael jumps on the ball. Ever since I brought up how quiet he was, Marquise Lightfoot has taken the game over. He might be player of the week. Miami football with another dominant defensive performance. Want to see Randy Titus get some carries and finish this one off. He could be our lead running back, a year or two from now. Chris Johnson Jr. will be a senior next season. If he sticks around, he's an 86 overall. I don't think he would declare pro. But you got to remember, too, we have a really banged up line right now. Kunalik keeping. He'll sprint for first down yardage and then some. I'll knock down that injury slider a little bit. In general, I want injuries to happen. It gives me more team management to do. It's obviously more realistic when injuries are a part of the experience. Just feels a little heavy here on 53. Under 2 minutes to go. Just feed Randy. And Titus with a good run has the first. Oh, that's awesome. I have not seen that, period, or heard it play in this game until now. The overrated chant from the home crowd as the Yellow Jackets are certainly not going to be 14th in the country after this one. It's Titus. Titus carries. Fought through one tackler and very close to the marker. I'm glad we're keeping the offense out there. I can see read option here on 4th and 1. Well, that didn't work. In his own end zone, a wobbler. What is going on down there? 91 yards. What did you guys just call? Looks pretty standard here right off the bat. Safeties. Oh, he just runs right up the middle. That's the running back. Wow, I don't think I've seen that whatsoever. So it requires the onside kick. No drama, please. Loose. Still loose. We jump on it. Stop it, guys. This never had to get even the slightest bit interesting. The Canes improved to 6-2 on the year. It's our biggest win since season 1. We knock off number 14, Georgia Tech. Colin Kunalik, I think, even avoided interception in this game. There you go. 144 through the air. Definitely want to look at some of our passing plays in those situations and see if we can get some more production out of this. But running the football has gotten a lot better. Chris Johnson, 93 on the day. Not a ton here for Randy Titus, unfortunately. But behind some great defense and a strong running game, the team is getting back to where they should be. And Marquise Lightfoot indeed is ACC Defensive Player of the Week. By the way, another award for him. But welcome back to the top 25, everybody. Miami comes in number 17, debuting in the top 25 this season. And now who knows what could be ahead of us, as Florida State and Pittsburgh are big games on the horizon. Winning the ACC is still on the table, something Miami has not done. Now, we're very banged up right now. We had just lost Ryan Rodriguez, the starting center, to an ACL injury. He's out 7. Fletcher and Okunlola come back soon, and then Tripp and Virgin out 3 and 4 games each. Like I said, I'll bump this down a point now, 52. We'll see what that does for us. Kunalik, 10 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. But let's kind of highlight his last stretch of games. So, 3 touchdowns here against NC State, 1 against Clemson, 2 against Virginia. Very up and down. You know, there's going to be a lot to figure out here with the passing game, as well as with the running game, and getting him to be more productive in that area. Johnson's over 4 yards a carry now. He and Fletcher have been pretty efficient this season, much improved. JoJo Trader, 50 yards a game now for him. He leads the team in catches, yards, and touchdowns. And then defensively, Lightfoot, 10.5 sacks, 8.5 for Armando Blunt. Both could be All-Americans this year. And 7 picks for Robert Stafford, another potential All-American. I think that's going to do it for today, everybody. A big Miami episode for y'all today. Thank you again for supporting the series. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for much more on the horizon. And have a great day, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode.